All right. That off. Yep. That's a different type of
Was die
attitude.
klank nie sê, Caroline? Oh
Oh
no.
no, we thought there was sound to this. Sorry guys. I actually thought there was method to my madness this morning. I don't know why the sound didn't happen. Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, this is a South African, presumably, who had the idea to say that to do nothing, and that is part of his attitude. So this morning we thought about talking about attitude, especially the attitude towards immigrating. Probably the worst thing you can ever do in your life.
Yeah.
Uproot yourself, move somewhere else, and try and settle down there that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. Can everyone hear us now? Is the sound okay now?
All right. Can somebody give me an idea if you can hear us?
Caroline, can you hear us now?
Let's see. Oh, it looks like I can hear us.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Sometimes you've got the nicest, how can I say, the nicest equipment, but it's not working that well. So
yeah. And someone asked that you just share that link.
I'll share that link. It's quite an interesting link. There's another one as well where he did some good year wishes. That's even worse. But all right. So we can't talk about that link because nobody could have heard the link.
Okay. So today we are talking about your attitude.
Yep.
Because that is what will make or break your immigration journey.
And I've come to a lot of houses where people have just arrived, because that's normally when they talk to me the most. And the thing with them arriving down here, some of them brought their whole everything from South Africa and have got a nice setup from day one. Other ones have arrived and only got 2 chairs and a blow-up mattress. And the difference in attitude between those people are sometimes miraculously.
Yeah.
I'm talking about major. So major that I think in certain areas, I think these people are going to stay. And other areas, I think these people aren't going to stay.
Yeah.
And very seldom I have been wrong. Very seldom. To get some people to arrive here and complain about everything. And yes, I am complaining today because it's raining in January like crazy. But that's just the weather. It could have been totally different, but other people arrive and they are so positive. So positive. And then they've got about nothing around them. And I think, wow, you're such an inspiration to me, just to me. What's your thoughts on that? I know I've probably taken the whole spiel too far now again.
My feeling is just that God granted you the opportunity to come to New Zealand. It's up to you to make it work, and it's up to you to make the best of it. And it is up to you whether it's going to work or not. So, and I also think, even if you've got nothing, if your attitude is right, you will make it.
Yep.
And attitude comes from the moment that you decide to immigrate. And I know it's hard and I know it's difficult. And my attitude was not really the best of, when we decided to immigrate, because it is a hard decision to make. But once you decide to immigrate and you made up your mind, you have to change your attitude. Otherwise, this is going to be a terrible journey for you. Yeah.
And that's the one problem, is about arriving here with the wrong attitude. And the problem is, you can go and see doctors, you can go and see self-help gurus, you can go and see coaches. Only you can change your attitude.
Yes.
Nobody else can do that for you. I had to find out the hard way for myself.
Yeah.
I in some projects, I had a negative attitude. It was only me that could change that.
And you must just remember that your attitude influences the people around you. It is really hard to be in the same. What do I want to say?
In the same area or
around people that are negative all the time, or that the attitude is just so negative. The whole aura is negative. It's really hard, even if you're a really positive person, to be in the same area as those people. It brings you down, and it's hard work, and it's not I don't think it's fair towards the people that's around you. So if you can't change your attitude, either just stay at home and be on your own, or don't come at all. I feel.
If you're arriving with a negative attitude, you're going to stay negative.
Yes.
That's one of the things.
Yeah.
Yes, you can swing it around, but it's going to take a lot of hard work for you to do that. And only you can do that.
And
Nobody
I know
else.
we all get our off days. I've always also felt a little negative some days, but I don't say it.
Yeah.
I think it, but I don't say it, because I always say there is so much power in words. If you speak it, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just my thought. You've got the opportunity, make the best of it, change your attitude, and be wary of the people around you. What you say will definitely influence them. Whether it's your family, whether it's the people at work, whether it's just friends or acquaintances, what you say will definitely influence them. And you are going to alienate yourself if you are negative all the time. So don't say you don't have any friends, but you are negative all the time. You'll have to work on yourself.
And the one thing I heard from a lot of South Africans, myself included, right in the beginning, when you arrive here, you want to explain to everybody why you've left South Africa. There's no need to explain. Everybody knows. They just don't want to hear it again and again and again. Keep that in mind when you're going to an area, and if people ask you, what do you think about New Zealand? Tell what you think about New Zealand. Do not compare New Zealand with South Africa.
Yeah.
That's quite rather important.
Don't compare all the time. Take it in for what it is.
Don't complain about the speed. I mean, I used to complain about the speed. Oh my goodness, driving 50 kilometers an hour in a town. I mean, come on. These days I love it. I sit back and I relax and I look at the scenery around me and I see a lot of things that I've never ever picked up in South Africa because I was driving so fast.
And you know what? I think it's the worst thing that I've heard in a long while. Someone was complaining on a group the other day that they don't have South African restaurants. They don't have South African food in the restaurants. Where in South Africa do you get South African boerekos in a restaurant?
You don't.
Maybe there's one or two that specializes in it, but you don't get it. The Spur doesn't.
No.
They don't give you South African food. So really, if that is what you want to complain about, make your own, cook at home. That's what we do. If you want South African food, cook at home.
and in the beginning, when we arrived 5 years ago, there wasn't really T-bones in the shops, and that's what I used to love. These days, there are T-bones because we talk to the butchers and we explain to them where the T-bone comes from, and eventually they put the stuff in there.
Yeah, but don't moan about it.
I didn't moan about it. I said, guys, can't you cut this type of meat piece, and explain to them? And boerewors, in the beginning, only the few South African shops had boerewors. We even tried making our own boerewors. Needless to say, it wasn't a great success these days. So we're not the boerewors millionaires yet.
No.
That was probably the biggest loss of meat there. But these days you can get boerewors nearly everywhere. Yes, not everyone is going to be exactly the same as your oma grootjie did it, but it's decent boerewors.
Yes.
These guys don't really make crap meat anymore.
The thing is, what you must remember is when you move to another country, whether it is New Zealand, whether it is the UK, America, whatever, it is not South Africa. And if you wanted South Africa, you stay in South Africa. You can't immigrate and think that it's going to be like South Africa.
No,
it's not.
You can't come and make it South Africa. It's not going to work.
No. So if that is what you want, if you want a South Africa in a different country, then you shouldn't immigrate.
No.
And you shouldn't moan about what you get on the other side.
When did you arrive in New Zealand?
In 2018.
March 2018.
Yes.
I think it was the 18th of March, something like that. Yeah.
And I must really say, if our attitude was not right, we would have been back in the first 6 months because it was not Maanskyn and Rose. We didn't have any savings left. We really didn't know what we were going to do, but we knew that we are here and we loved it and we wanted to stay here and we just made it.
We just had to make the best.
Yes.
Best.
Yeah.
of this. So
I feel if it is your decision to maybe come to New Zealand for 2 years, but maybe in the back of your head you are thinking, I'm coming for 2 years and I'm going back to South Africa. That's a totally different thing. Still,
and it's also a disaster.
no, not really. It's like when you go to work in another country and you feel you want to go back, but still come with the attitude that you are given this opportunity to be here for 2 years. And then if you go back, that's fine. But don't come and influence the people that are here negatively. It's not nice to be to speak to someone that's negative all the time.
It is. I want you to read that one there. We can't put this on the
Okay.
screen.
A positive attitude gives you power over your circumstances instead of your circumstances having power over you. Madeleine, that is true.
That is so true. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
If you wake up in the morning and you're negative, your day is going to end negative, and you are going to feel negative, and most probably your next day is also going to be negative.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Give yourself some time to be negative, but go do it alone in your corner.
Don't walk on the beach this time of the morning and
Yes.
scream. Nobody will hear you because there's nobody on the beach.
Yeah.
So
yes. And also what I wanted to say, this is it's got something to do with it, but not all. And I'm gonna say it again because we are really stressing this point. If you are not on the same page, husband and wife or partners, don't make the move.
Rethink.
Because we have seen so many people, the one goes back or they go back for a visit and the one decides they're not coming back to New Zealand. It is a really hard thing to do. Immigration is a really hard thing to do. I'm going to say it again. It is a really hard thing to do. It's not easy. It's not like just getting on a plane and starting a new life just like that. It is really difficult.
And the one problem is when you, or some people, when they leave South Africa, their whole family hates them. They don't like them. They tell them all this bad stuff. And that wears a person down.
It does.
It does wear you down.
Does. And you know what? I try to stay away from people like that because I am a very positive person and I don't get pulled down very easily. So you'll probably not get me down, but I won't like your conversation. I won't like being in conversation with you.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Leaving South Africa 25th January, can't wait. SA put you on the way. You should tell us where you are going and we'll try and see if we can get some nice boerewors from you as well. Just something on the other side, Benita Herben saying Happy New Year to everybody, all the best for 2023. Yeah, that has come and gone, eh?
Yes.
We haven't spoken to the people for more than a year.
Yeah. And while we're in a new year, why not make this your I don't want to say New Year's resolution because I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but maybe make 2023 a positive year for yourself.
I actually wanted to put the camera out for a start this morning outside the window to show them my boat standing in the rain. Because that looks like the nearest I'm going to come to the ocean this year.
Yeah,
but I don't want to be that negative. So
we'll get some good days. We'll definitely get some good days.
Put this up there and say, sometimes it's not about attitude, but I get what you're saying. Also, don't get confused with negativity and reality. It is so. A lot of people give reality of New Zealand, and then a lot of stuff is twisted and see it as negativity. I would rather have someone honesty and reality. Goodness me, where's my English?
I don't
of a
know.
Country before one immigrates, then a bunch of there's a silver lining on every cloud.
But you know what? You can give realistic views of anything with a good attitude. Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you. I always say to him, don't sugarcoat anything. If it's reality, you just say it. If it is what it is, then you just say it.
Let's talk about reality. I would rather be in this reality in New Zealand than anywhere else. That's my reality.
Yes.
And that's my reality.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's get back to the positivity.
Yes.
Benita just saying you have to have the right mindset for immigration.
Yes. Yeah.
That's so important. People tend to forget that.
And just on that point that person said about reality,
Mm.
you must know, and I'm sure everyone knows, that when you move to a different or to another country, there will be things that you don't like.
Yep.
It's like any other thing in your life. Everything is not going to be exactly what you want all the time and nice all the time. So you can say if something is not right, like what instances can we give now? There are some things in New Zealand that we really don't like, but
Yeah, but if you only concentrate on there's few negative things here, there is a few negative things. But if you only concentrate on those few negative things, it's going to make your whole day negative, and you are going to lose the positive out there into this mindset of negativity. So,
I think what we're trying to say is that, for instance, you move now and you have to try to find a rental, which is difficult. Now you find a rental. It's not exactly what you had in mind. It's not the best area. It's not the best house on the market.
And it's expensive.
You don't have any furniture. If you are going to sit and mope because it's not the house that you wanted and it's not the way that you thought it was going to be, and you don't have any furniture and you don't have money for food or whatever, then it's really going to get you down. So moving to that house, it's not going to be your forever home. It's just the start. Make the best of what you've got. And the people in New Zealand are so giving. Yeah. Really, if you put your hand up, can
I tell the story we saw yesterday?
Yeah, but don't give names.
I won't give names. Not like that, because I see the persons are looking at. I was watching this morning as well. We've been to somebody yesterday who's just bought a bank, or another bank couch.
My word, your English is terrible.
It's terrible this morning. We bought a couch from Facebook, and the couch was quite dirty, and they drove off and rented one of these cleaning machines.
Yes.
And they are positive. They are totally positive. I love the positivity that came from them. And while we were there, the person who they bought the couch from actually sent them a text and said, come and fetch a free fridge as well. So that just shows if you go with the right mind out, you will gather all the stuff eventually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And sometimes you don't know what you're going to get.
It is.
Because I know some people would have looked at that sofa and saying, I don't want it. But they looked and it's a sturdy sofa. Yes, it's a little dirty.
I saw it last night and it was already looking good.
So it is just all about what you make of it. You must know that it's not going to be exactly what you were used to in South Africa for the
it's
first
like a marriage. You don't know what you get.
But you make the most of it.
Try and make the most out of that. So
yeah. No.
So, yeah, no. and remember, if you are negative, you are going to attract people that are negative as well. And eventually you are going to have this group of negative people.
Yeah.
And if you are positive, 99% of the time you will attract some of the negative people as well, but you could change their minds.
Or you can just influence them in a more positive way.
Yeah.
Because I know sometimes we feel a little bit down. And it
does happen, guys. Give yourself that chance to be down, but don't broadcast it.
And what I found is with my closest group of friends, they are really positive people. So when I am feeling a little bit negative, I can say it to them, but they will not dwell on my negativity. They will say, yeah, I hear what you say, and they'll give me a little bit of cuddling and whatever, and then they'll say, but look at it this way, and they'll make it positive again. So that's why I say, try to surround yourself with people that's positive. That's really positive.
And sometimes you need to be the positive person for a negative person. It just sometimes are that way.
Yeah.
Coming to New Zealand in 2016, we were here on the Look, See and Decide, and we were going around, and I had negative Nancy with me. And I was trying to tell her how beautiful the country is, but it was raining. It was the middle of winter, and the wind was blowing. It wasn't an easy job, but she's here. It's what is it now? 7 years down the line since our first visit.
And the thing is, my negativity I think it was not really negative. It was not negativity
It
towards
was a
New
reality.
Zealand.
Like a person's
It was a reality, yes.
but an unknown reality. You didn't know what you were
Yeah,
complaining
it
about.
had nothing to do with New Zealand. It had to do with what I
Inside
had
of
in my
your mind.
mind, what I had to leave behind. And yeah, so it was a real struggle for me to mentally get there.
And it has gone so far that some days I can feed on your positivity just to keep me afloat as well.
I'm glad I can do that.
At least you can do something. You can also wash the car and the dishes.
There's someone saying we got everything we needed mostly for free. That's true. A few things for cheap. Very comfortable in our rental. Just the basics waiting for our container.
That's also say when it arrives, though, we're paying it forward. It's also another thing to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's what we said yesterday. Even if you get something that you don't really want, there will be someone that really needs it somewhere.
I need to put this
in the future.
Well. Move your expectations aside completely. That's a difficult one, but it can be done. And always stay humble. Negativity breeds unhappiness within yourself and those around you.
Yeah. When we decided to immigrate, and we couldn't because of his heart operation, and we didn't know if we were going to be able to immigrate. I was at that stage, I already resigned, but I was working for a psychiatry practice in Cape Town. And they all knew what we were going through with the heart operation, and just the struggle that we didn't know if we were going to move. And we had all these expectations, and we were so looking forward to immigrating, and now we didn't know it was going to happen. And the one doctor there gave me a book about humility.
Okay, I didn't know about this.
Yes. Good. And it was the best thing that we could have. It's just that, just humility.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about staying humble and being content with what you've got, even if it's not what you expected it. Okay. What you expected. It was a really good book. So that is a really true thing. Stay humble, and stay humble even if if it's going really well with you. Don't forget where you came from and how hard it was for you, when you speak to other people.
Right. On that note.
Oh, is it over? Oh my word!
Yeah, time's over. I think you've got 1 minute to tell them how to be positive in 2023. Do that.
How to be positive. The thing is, I can't make anyone positive.
Yeah, but how to? What will you do? Okay, let me rephrase. What will you do if you wake up negative this morning?
What helps me is nature. Even if it's raining like this, looking outside, seeing how beautiful it is, remembering how difficult it was to get here, and how fortunate we are to be here at the moment. But it's not just for people that's immigrating. It's a daily thing to try and stay positive every day. It's a daily thing. So I don't know. I just know that if you don't have God on your side, it's going to be really difficult to stay positive. So start your day right, and just be grateful for what you've got.
For me, if I wake up negative in the morning, I try to get something in me, in my soul, something that I can laugh about. And if it's not, if I don't get anything that I myself can think out about to laugh about, I will go and sit in front of the television and watch a YouTube movie about somebody that falls in a hole or something. That's quite weird. Yeah. And that'll just make me feel a bit better. Even if you just take 10 minutes in the morning and just center yourself, just get back to, I know the people will say, get back to your Zen or your karma or your, I don't know, whatever, circles around you, that type of thing. Let's get back into yourself and just get back into your mindset and say to yourself, this is going to be my day. I woke up badly, so it's not going to end badly. It's going to be a better day than what I woke up to.
It is a good thing. What I sometimes do is I lay in bed when I woke up, I close my eyes, and I just think, what am I grateful for today? And if you think
that's my mind,
you're healthy, yes, I'm really grateful for you. I say that every day. And your kids are healthy, and they're happy, and they've got partners that loves them, and you really have a lot to be grateful for, even if it doesn't feel like that. Just close your eyes and think about one thing that you are grateful for, and it can maybe change your mindset for the day.
And it can change somebody else's mindset that you cross paths with that day.
Yeah, I think it's also a thing that you can give. It's like serendipity. You can,
Like what?
You see someone and you can see that they're not feeling really well, but without knowing that you are doing something good, just your positive attitude and what you say to that person can change the mindset for the day.
I said you had 1 minute, but 50. All right, guys and girls, on that positive note, let's say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. See you next week, same time, same place.
It will probably still be raining then.
But let's stay positive. But at least the boat gets washed now. All right. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.